So the other day I came up from working downstairs and I show up into my house going, apparently Christmas is showing up. I set up the Christmas tree outside. There's lights everywhere. Actually, here's the other thing we also have. So we do a little advent calendar here for my daughter. And of course, I put a little bit of Norwegian flair on it. I've got the Norwegian flags that Norwegians like to put these on their Christmas trees. And this year I decided I was gonna put it in the front entranceway. But anyways, the reason why this video is not to show you all the Christmas decorations, which of course is kind of fun. But when I looked at them as I was coming up the stairs after my coaching calls today, I went, I haven't done a video about the naughty list, the naughty and the nice list. And have you actually done this? And I did this with my old firm and it was a lot of fun. We actually really enjoyed it. So what I would do is I would take the entire client roster, the whole thing, and I'd hand it out to every single person in my firm. And then I said, just before Christmas, we were coming into the new year, right? So we're gonna go away for Christmas break. I said, now we're gonna create the naughty and the nice list. And everybody knew what was coming and they loved it. I said, you get to go through the client list and you get to check off who's naughty and who's nice. And they got to go through the whole list, kind of like Santa Claus. So they got to pretend that they were Santa Claus and go through the client list and said who was naughty and who was nice. And then what I did, and the first year, actually, I didn't tell them what I was going to do with the list. I got all the lists back from everybody. And it's really interesting because almost everybody put the naughty people the same. They were the same naughty people. And then everybody else was nice. So I actually just said, if you don't put down nice, then they're nice. But just not mark off the naughty ones, right? But I call it the naughty and nice list. I got the list back and inadvertently, the clients, everybody said the same thing about the same clients, that they were naughty. And so I brought everybody in the office, sat them down, said, okay, we're gonna go over the naughty and the nice list. I go, okay. I said, here's all the people on the naughty list. And I'd write them up on the board, chalk on the board, bang, 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 bang. Then I turned around and looked at my assistant and I said, prepare the firing letters, they're all gone tomorrow. Everybody was like, what? And I said, yep, they're all gone. They're gone. And the amount of empowerment that this gave everybody in the office, I was basically telling them, life's too short to work with people who aren't nice, okay? And I'm like a Papa Bear when it comes to protecting my staff, especially back then. And I was like, if there was any client that gave any problems and they got mad or hurt. I remember one time there was one client that made one of my staff cry, picked up the phone and I fired him on the spot. And I remember him yelling and screaming at me on the phone. I said, doesn't matter, you're gone, bye, click, hang up. But giving your team and letting them know that you have their back, they will move mountains for you. And ultimately, they're all right. Because when they looked at the list and they saw who was naughty and who was nice, I was like, yeah, you're right. These guys are real pains. They're a pain in the butt. So, and life's too short to spend time with people who aren't aligned. There's been a lot of stuff going on in my life personally. Our dogs passed away. We put them down 3 weeks ago. There's been some other people leave and deaths and sickness and the rest of it. And it's just, the more and more it keeps hitting me, it's like, life's too short. It's too short to spend time with people that don't appreciate us, that don't make us feel good about ourselves. And that's especially true when it comes to your client list. So, gonna throw that out there. For this Christmas season, consider doing a naughty and a nice list with your team and then taking everybody on the naughty list and going, bye-bye. Because then what will happen? You will all of a sudden attract in the nice clients that will fill the spaces that those naughty clients took up. So there you go. And that's the one last little look at the stockings hung with the chimney with hair. The sad part is normally we had 2 little ones for our 2 little Maltese Shih Tzus. They were beside there. So that's a bit sad for me. But didn't think I wanted to end the video on a sad note, but I did. There you go. That's life though, isn't it? Really? So tree, stockings, and but just to leave it off, it's your life. You take control of it. It's up to you. And as I always end every video, I'm Eric Solbakken, reminding you that when you take back control of your business model, you can take back control of your life. Stay tuned for more success tips to come.